Worried there for a second. Quality GP Charlotte pairing here. 0-0 to 3-1. Hand team's great. It's got Probe plus Therapy. Brainstorm, Delver. What's not to love, really? Alright, what do you got? Double Baleful Strix, huh? I have a Brainstorm too, though. That's unfortunate. It's actually kind of interesting. So I have to take a screenshot of these because Magic Online doesn't put these in the revealed card zone. Huh. I kind of just want to play this Deathrite Shaman on one now. If I Cabal Therapy, they just Brainstorm and hide their stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the Deathrite Shaman so I have more mana to work with next turn. That's good practice. This is one of the harder matchups for us for sure. Shame we don't have a Daze. I actually cut my 4th Daze for a 3rd Therapy main, so this could have been a Daze in a different world. Yep. Lead on Ponder next turn, and then probably Therapy them. Take away their other Strix, because Strix is really annoying. Alright, that's pretty good. We might just Therapy take away both their things if we find a land here. If we don't find a land, we're going to have to Brainstorm. Alright, any order, shuffle. Hey, ding ding ding. Alright, let's do this. I think I just want to grab another C here and double Therapy them. All the getting is good. Just like strip their hand out. So let's start by naming Baleful. So show me what you got. Oh, they have 2 Brainstorms. Oh, that's a convenient number of Brainstorms for you to have. Good job. Good job tapping out. God, Cabal Therapy is a messed up card. Alright. Well, you know, go ahead. I've been out of Magic for about a year now, but I followed you lots while playing. I hope you're successful. And before you're winning lots of tourneys. I'm not playing too many tournaments this year. I appreciate the kind words, though. Yeah, not playing too many Magic tournaments this year. Huh. True-Name Nemesis. It's kind of interesting. Peace, Raver. Hope you feel better. So True-Name's real good in matches like this. I kind of just want to get it into play. Another part of me wants to just, like, cast this Brainstorm and set these Delvers up to flip, though. Because, like, next turn we could punch through this with the Kolaghan's command. I'm going to lead on Brainstorm here, and I think we're just supposed to apply pressure. Those are pretty good ones. Huh. Yeah, we're definitely going Delver here. I think I want to set the Daze on top of my deck. Now, the Daze might be useful next turn. The Force could be useful too, though. I'm going to go True-Name Kolaghan's command back. And go Delver here. We'll keep the Force and the Daze. And hopefully be able to run them out of the park here. We have one more land left in the bin. Hopefully they're going to crack a fetch land. So we've got Daze and Force to protect the squad here. And next turn we could Kolaghan's command, shock this, make them discard a card. There's something to do for 3 mana here. I mean, we can't shuffle away whatever we're doing, so, like, if the Daze is going to be live, it's most likely to be live, like, right now. Yeah, that's fine. No point in forcing that. So we know they had Misty Underground Sea, so they're going to get to shuffle one of those away, probably put the Sea on top, and then play the Misty and crack it. But that's not the worst for us, because it means the Kolaghan's command is going to be able to hit an actual spell out of their hand. They kept the Sea, okay. Fatal Push, God, that's rude. Yeah, I need this for mana, so... Don't have another removal spell. God damn it. Well, we just went from being really far ahead to... Maybe I'm supposed to force the Brainstorm there? Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to force the Brainstorm. And I'm just going to run these in here because we need to kill them. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to force the Brainstorm so they know their hand has 2 lands in it. I don't know, that's tough. Yep. Okay. Yeah, paper Pokemon, what happened? Pokey scum. Their paper tournaments are awful, and their organized play is miserable, so... Yeah, don't give them any of your time or attention. Alright, I mean, if we hit a land for this True-Name Nemesis, we could steal the game with that. Maybe I was supposed to have just played the True-Name the turn I brainstormed with the Delvers. It's very possible. If they miss here, the Delver's just going to race them, which is nice. Unfortunately, Leovold turns our cantrips off. And we don't have a red source right now because of the way I fetch for those Cabal Therapies, so... Hopefully we're professional, just like hit a land. There's a link right there. Right there. Right literally above the message you just posted in chat. Give it a read. I mean, if we're really lucky, this Delver's just gonna go the distance. Yep. Pretty unlikely. Speaking of going the distance, I think I need to turn on my mobile hotspot and stop using Comcast to stream. Because apparently that's still not a thing that's reasonable. I'm watching the bandwidth. No, it just gets us, it only gets us 1 card deeper. It doesn't do anything. Force is a fantastic draw. Fine. Alright. Well, we got punished for the sequence that I took. I definitely messed that game up. We had the tools to win. Yeah, I should have forced their Brainstorm. They had pretty fortunate draws afterwards, but like if I force the Brainstorm, they can't double Fatal Push the Deathrite Shaman, and then the following turn I get to Kolaghan's command, shoot their Baleful Strix, make them discard one of the lands in their hand, and then we just like run them out of the game with the double Delver secrets. Alright, so Daze is pretty awful in these matchups. Trim of Force. True-Name is great. Liliana the Last Hope is great. Forkbolt's okay. It cleans up Baleful Strix fine. I guess Edict and Dismember are fine. What am I doing? It's been a little while since we boarded with this. Maybe Forkbolt's not good enough. I definitely want all of these cards here. I guess Edict's a little bit medium because they have all the X ones. Maybe I don't want all the Forkbolts. Cabal Therapy's fine. They usually have cards in their hand in the mid to late game. I guess Pyroblast is pretty good. Maybe that's just better than Force. With True-Name, I can ride that as opposed to trying to protect a Delver with Force. This hand has double True-Name in it, which is pretty good. I think I'm going to keep this. The Wasteland to send one, we're going to be a little sad. I guess we get a Brainstorm to get 3 looks to get out of it, but... 10 out of 10 to Dismember a Deathrite Shaman here. That first game was a good example of why I really like playing Legacy. Like, that game was very close, and I definitely had a bunch of different sequencing decisions I could have made to make the close game end in our favor. Alright, there's definitely gonna be games of Legacy where this happens. I think I'm gonna hide a True-Name for now. In case they Cabal Therapy us next turn. So might as well Wasteland them now. Don't have anything else to do with my mana. I guess there's like merit to holding that because we have True-Names in our hand that we want to cast, and like that makes it colorless mana towards the True-Name, but in general I don't think that's worthwhile. Right, we'll lead on the Gitaxian Probe next turn, so that way we can get a card deeper into our deck, so we get 3 more looks with this Brainstorm to find another land. Okay, I don't have anything we really care about up here, which is good for us. They do have Brainstorm to protect their cards against Cabal Therapy, which is a little annoying. That's really unfortunate. I guess we're gonna do this, right? Pass the turn. Yeah, sometimes a 14 land deck sees a bunch of extra cards and misses. And like, we have 18 lands, but 4 of them are Wastelands, so like we're basically looking for like one of 13 other cards here. So this game we might not have a lot of decisions that we could make to change things, but we definitely could have done things differently last game. I'm choosing the Brainstorm as opposed to tap out for Strix on 2. Fair. Someone asked about pre-releases. No, I don't go to pre-releases. I really don't enjoy playing limited, and pre-releases are really expensive for the prices you get at most stores. And start another Brainstorm again. Get 2 cards deeper, see if we find a land. Just gonna... yeah, we're pretty dead here. Let's just move on to the next one. Yep. Messed up that first game. Didn't have a lot we could do that second game. We could have... There's an argument to be made that we probably should have mulliganed that hand. Nah, that hand's probably fine. Had a removal spell and a Brainstorm to find another land. And then, like, we could find more cantrips. I think that's fine. Am I dropping a lot of frames? Is the stream lagging a lot? I dropped some frames at the start here, but it looks kind of stable. I'm just wondering if I should flip over to my mobile or not. Yeah, seems super reasonable. It's weak to an opposing Cabal Therapy. Opponent mulligan, we'll definitely keep. Hopefully opponent doesn't kill us in the first turn here. Scalding Tarn, sweet. It's a small child. You can actually see him if I lean over to the side here. Opponent chose to shuffle, sure. Ooh, second land, that's good. It also has a black source, so we can therapy them here if they've got 2 of a kind. Oh, they do have 2 of a kind. That's... God, Cabal Therapy is such a messed up magic card. God bless. Can you believe people play this deck without copies of Cabal Therapy in their main? Take those 2. I'm so lucky I guessed the right card. What a lucker. Alright, go. Ponder resolves. Lotus Petal casts another Ponder. Yep, side B up. That's pretty good. Alright, well. Storm counts 1. Storm counts 2. Go. We know they have a dark ritual we could take with us if we need to. Oh, they're gonna miss a land drop. Alright. No. No. Alright. The real question here is... Am I just playing the True-Name? I think I'm just supposed to play the True-Name out. They're gonna need a second land and probably a couple more cards to kill us yet, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play the True-Name out and get more pressure on the table. There's merit to just, like, holding the fetch there, so that way I can use it to scry with the Delver triggers, but... I don't have a lot going on, so let's just try and kill them. Like, if we flip these here, we kill them in 2. Well, you know, details. And we're not probing at this point because we want to... what's the word I'm looking for? I want to have a card for Force of Will. Although I could probe and then flash back Cabal Therapy if it looks like we need to. If we miss a blue card. Oh, that's probably greedy. Actually, we could just be conservative and flashback Therapy taking Dark Ritual here. I don't hate that. If I'm therapying anyways, I should probably... Yeah, I'm just going to probe, and I'm going to flashback a Therapy this turn. Alright, yeah. So they had... Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual, Tutor. I'm probably just supposed to take Tutor, right? Well, I suppose mana is kind of their bottleneck right now, right? It's probably Cabal Ritual, actually, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take Cabal Ritual. Their graveyard's pretty full. Because if I take the Tutor out of their hand, they just get to, what's the word I'm looking for? If I take the Tutor out of their hand, they could just draw black shards to go Ritual, ad nauseum, and like at 12 life, we could theoretically still die to the ad nauseum, since I played my probe and don't have a blue card. Alright, we get a scry here during my upkeep with the Delver trigger. No, do not want to reveal that. Do not want to draw it either, so let's crack this. Go ahead and grab Tropical Island here. Hey, a Lightning Bolt. That's decent. Attack with these. Yeah, they should be pretty dead here. I don't think they beat the Deathrite Shaman. Why are we playing Fugitive Wizarded Legacy, right? The real hard-hitting questions. Alright, so Surgicals and Flusterstorms come in. Pyroblast and Grafdigger's Cage come in. True-Name Nemesis, Kolaghan's Command go out. And Lightning Bolts go out. Easy in, easy out, 7 for 7. Yep. Keep fish and pyros and other things for killing them. Click submit. Yeah. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Needs a therapy to be great, but it's decent. Get a bunch of looks at things. Alright, probably gonna take away my favorite card. Whatever that may be. I haven't decided what my favorite card is yet, so... Sure. What you got, what you got, what you got, opponent? Just not the shuffle, it's bad for us. Do I want to lead on probe? Just get the most information? It's worth a token with the Pyromancer later is the thing. I think I'm just going to ponder for a force. Another Daze. Surgical Extraction. Huh. probably fine, right? Opponent's playing Ant. I think I'm okay just drawing a surgical there. It's a free spell to play with the Pyromancer. Gives us a second pseudo piece of interaction. Sometimes they can combo through a surgical, but I guess there's merit to brainstorming next turn before we Pyromancer. Look for a therapy, or a cage perhaps, or Pyroblast, Flusterstorm, something like that. Getting pressure on the table quickly is appealing though. Opponents in the tank here. Either their cat spilled their drink on the keyboard or they're counting if we're possibly dead through the days. Hopefully, they're going to figure out we're dead through the days, but not dead through Daze Surgical, and we'll get them with the Surgical. Their odds of, like, having a better position to go off don't get better as the game goes long. It's like, it's not completely unreasonable for our opponents to just, like, try and chip in here if they think they can beat the Daze. If they have, like, Dark Ritual to start going off with here, we can't counter that with the Daze. Morning, Maddie. If they cast Cabal Ritual here, we're going to Daze it. Because I've played Magic before. If they cast Dark Ritual here, though, Duress. Yep. Non-zero chance we die here. They have, like, Lotus Petal and an LED and a Ritual and a Tutor. They took my Surgical. Okay. Alright, so the fact that they took the Surgical means if we get to untap here, I'm going to Brainstorm, because I no longer have enough interaction for my liking. We get a Flusterstorm. Perfect. Another Pyromancer. So we're shuffling two things away here. I think it's Pyromancer plus a Brainstorm. I don't really need all of these. And then we'll play this and we'll pass. I'm going to save the probe to generate a token with the Pyromancer. Opponent's passing, that's good for us. Sure. Playing that out is good. They know we have, Flusterstorm. Or they know we have, Cabal Therapy in our deck, sorry, not Flusterstorm. We do have two Flusterstorms now, though. That's pretty good. Play this, cast Probe, see what we're working with. Double Infernal Tutor. Man, Cabal Therapy would be real good. Resize this real quick here. Therapy. Wasteland. That's pretty good too. What do you want? Do you want Cheerios? Oh, you threw your tablet in? Alright, so, So we drew this Wasteland. Opponent's got Tutor, Petal, Past and Flames, Tendril. So, if they just, like, draw a Ritual, I think we're supposed to just hold the Flusterstorm here. Yeah, I think we're supposed to hold the Flusterstorm. I guess the Daze kind of makes that different, though. Like, does the Daze keep us from dying if we Wasteland them? So if they go, like... They can't go off with Wasteland. Is that true? I'm trying to figure out if that's true. So, if they draw, like, Dark Ritual, they go Dark Ritual, and then they could tutor. Their hand is Infernal Tutor, Petal, Past in Flames, Tendrils. Infernal Tutor, Tendrils. I think we're supposed to hold Flusterstorm. I feel like they have a hard time going off if we... Because, like, they can't hit Discard Spell and Mana next turn. So, like... Storm's one of the most popular decks in Legacy, so I'm not sure I understand your question. Why isn't one of the most popular decks played more? So, it feels like a weird question to ask. I think holding the Flusterstorm is right, especially since we have, like, 2 of them, and, like, generating a token with the Flusterstorm means we have more pressure on the table. Yeah, but, like, this Storm is good against all of the dirtily, like the deck we lost to last game, like, tends to have a bad Storm matchup. Whoa, are we going for it? This feels like we're going for it. Holy crap. This is just... Well, they're dead. Good. Glad we held Flusterstorm up. Remember that time my opponent decided they felt like losing the game? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Oh. Oh, I should have dazed first, right? Because they have extra mana floating here. Okay, I messed up. I got excited and I forgot they had mana floating. So I could have, yeah, I punted this back. I don't think we're dead this turn, but I definitely should have dazed that Flusterstorm. Because if I daze, they pay for it. And then, yeah. Well, I have the daze too, so I don't think we're dead here, but like, we're not in a great spot. We're still in a good spot. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. I have a Wasteland and a other thing. Yeah, I agree. We're not dead by any stretch of the imagination, but I could have like completely taken all of their resources away if I went Daze into Flusterstorm here. Well, that's a good one to start with. What'd you get? Cabal Ritual, sure. Alright, I'll cast this Brainstorm. Grafdigger's Cage seems decent. Alright, and I want to Wasteland them this turn, right? Just gonna, like, lock them out of the game. Take you off your red mana. Cast this here, Grafdigger's Cage. I'm not casting the Deathrite Shaman because I don't want to get Pyroclasmed. I want to hold up Flusterstorm for Pyroclasm. Yeah, they should be pretty dead here now. No, Storm does not count as casting a spell. It puts copies of the spell in the stack, which is weird. It sounds the same, but it's different. Casting a spell and putting copies of a spell in the stack are different. I think I'm just going to pass here again because, like, Pyroclasm's a thing. We should Pyroclasm on the lock. Massacre's a thing. If they play Massacre, I Daze Massacre. Yeah, they can't play Massacre for free because I don't have planes. Okay, I've convinced myself to play this. I don't think there's any downside here. Fire Covenant's on the board for matches that have lots of creatures. The, like, mirror matches. It's okay in mirror matches. It's good against, like, Death and Taxes and Elves. It's like a one-sided sweeper, basically. One and one now. Messed up the first game when we sat down to play. Legacy's complicated. Grixis Delver's got a lot of lines, so nothing like punting when we come back. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday morning. Welcome. I think those matchups are going to be low, whether or not you have a lot of room to pay. So, if you hit Fire Covenant early, you generally have plenty of life to pay, yeah. And, like, it being one-sided is fine. The Tropical Island is for flashing back Ancient Grudge and gaining life with your Deathrite Shamans. Deathrite Shaman. This card gains life, too, for some reason, you know? No one will ever know why. No one will ever know why. Don't ask why, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. 30 minutes in and already played 2 matches. It's good. It's good pacing. Nah, I don't really play Limited, and pre-releases are expensive even if I did play Limited. If I did play Limited, it would be Draft. It definitely wouldn't be Sealed. I do some drafting in Hex because occasionally drafting is fun, but, like, Sealed's really high variance. So, like, expensive, high variance, just, like, none of that sounds enjoyable. What's going on, Eating Tortoise? Morning. Deathrite Shaman, like, so the thing about Deathrite Shaman is, Comcast just, like, fully dying here. Sorry for the brief delay in research. I'm just not even gonna try and stream my fucking Comcast anymore. It's so unreal. Lose half the people that are watching because Comcast is miserable. Oh, welcome back to everyone that stuck through. I appreciate the sorry for the restart. I should just know better. I just use my T-Mobile until the end of the week, end of the month. Oh, look at that. Zero dropped frames since moving to T-Mobile. Pauper's not a real Magic format. And anyone who thinks otherwise is kidding themselves. Pauper, I guess, is, like, slightly more real than Frontier, but, like, that's a real low bar to pass. Yeah, that seems fine. Keep. It doesn't really matter what we put on top of our deck here, because we're going to fetch Underground Seed, play Deathrite Shaman. You just see a lot of people in the Pauper camp in Twitch chats because, like, Pauper's a mostly affordable format you can play on Magic Online, and, like, playing Magic on Magic Online is convenient, and people that tend to watch Magic on Twitch also tend to play Magic Online. I mean, it's, like, kind of a real real Magic Online format. Like, you don't even have competitive leagues for it. You have $8 leagues. Brainstorm's actually pretty decent here, right? And actually, all these cards are pretty good. Yeah, we 10 out of 10 on all of these. Top. Draw the Brainstorm just in case we need the Force next turn. We probably won't need the Force next turn. They let on Wasteland, so... It does have a challenge event, you're not wrong. I'm gonna leave the Deathrite Shaman up just in case we need to Brainstorm. I don't want to crack this fetch to do so. We also play a Lightning Bolt potentially off our Flooded Strand. See? Like that. There you go. Zone Forge resolves. What you getting? Probably a Jitty. Bolt that one. Alright, so now we're just going to take this Jitty out of their hand. Maybe I'm supposed to hold that Lightning Bolt. I'm going to lead on Brainstorm here to start things off. I'm going to put Force back. I probably don't want this Daze either, do I? I guess if I keep the land... I haven't played a land yet this turn, right? I can go Pyromancer into Therapy off the Deathrite Shaman. Yeah, that actually seems pretty good, right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this. Grab an extra... I'm gonna grab an extra black source, I think. Yeah. Play this. Yeah, we're gonna play a league or two of Legacy, depending on how quick these go. I was originally just gonna play one league of Legacy, but the matches are going pretty quick, so we might play like a league and a half or so. Umi Zawa's GT. What else you got in your hand? Main deck Aethersworn Canonist. Well, that's certainly a thing. What else do we want to take here? They can't actually cast Flicker Wisp. Do we just want to take Recruiter of the Guard because it's annoying? I don't hate taking Recruiter of the Guard. I guess Canonist is kind of annoying too. I can just kill the Canonist with a Bolt though. Yeah, I'm just going to take Recruiter of the Guard with the second copy. So, let's dismiss that, cast target you, sack this. Oh, Recruiter the Guard. Yeah, Recruiter, like, blocks one of our things and, like, generates value. The Flicker Wisp is probably, like, the most annoying, but, like, they need to draw a basic white source to cast it, so I think we're fine with that. We've got, like, 3 power in play here. We're gonna get to Bolt and generate another power. They might go, like, land, waste us off red, which would be annoying. Yeah, there's a Canonist. I assume they're gonna waste us off the red source here. So I was actually a big proponent of, like, really wanted Cabal Therapy to be introduced to Modern at one point, and then they printed Prized Amalgam, And just, I don't think you could put that into the format anymore with Prize to Belgium existing. Oh, that's a good draw. I'm just gonna go ahead and fetch a Volk here. And bolt this, and then we basically just want to race our opponent out of the game at this point. And so we've got 4 points of power, and we've got a Deathrite Shaman that's going to be able to punch the clock and go to work here as well. If we get in like 2 to 3 hits here, we're going to be at a good spot. So what do we draw here? Sword of Fire and Ice. Alright, well that really need to race as quickly as possible now. So let's eat a Lightning Bolt out of our crypt. So we're hitting for 6 a turn, so... Oh, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Flicker Wisp. Flicker. God, this card is so much better than Daze in these fair matchups. Oh, just 2 Flicker Wisps in your hand. Is that good? Is that good, opponent? If so, why? Could you please explain? Right, if they draw Thalia here, we're actually going to be in a little bit of trouble. So we need to dodge Thalia for a turn. Canonist. That's annoying, but not the end of the world. Your Ghost Quarter will be off by Red Source. Yep, that's obnoxious. Sure. Oh, rat, Snow Basics. Pretty unlucky. Delver of Secrets, you say. Yep. Deck with all these. They're gonna take 4 here. Yeah, they're actually still dead, right? Like, they equip this and they're still just dead. It's like, doesn't matter. This drains them for 2. Like, they can't kill all of my things. Just like... Oh, I can even block this, right? Yeah, I'm actually supposed to block this. Concedes. Yeah, jump with Deathrite. Alright, so Daze out. Okay, I'm gonna take out a Force or 2. Fire Covenant, Last Hope, Dismember, Liliana, Ancient Grudge, Forked Bolts. Just the last 2 forces? God, that's such an easy in, easy out. Is this Edict supposed to come in? The Edict's maybe supposed to come in. I don't actually know. The therapies are really good against Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, the Edict's fine. It's definitely on the fine side of the line. What's worse? What's worse than the Edict? I'm not actually sure if you understand your... Like, is that a real question? What makes Therapy better in Dredge than other decks? It gets to draw them for free by milling through their deck. Just, like, flip their deck into their crypt and then, like, have a bunch of Cabal Therapies. Is it... speaking of Therapy, am I trimming a Therapy? Is that the, like, this card's fine against Stoneforge Mystic, but, like, it's a miserable top deck in the late game? This is a really powerful card, though. I feel like it's one of those. The same thing that makes it busted in Dredge and Legacy. Yeah, -1 Cabal. Yeah, I think that's right. Huh. I think I'm gonna keep this hand. A lot of the games that they win out of us are just like they're free wins for mana screwing us. So like, let's do it. If they go non-basic, no Aether Vial pass, I'm going to Wasteland them on 1. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Let's just get that out of here. Go ahead and ponder. Huh. Yeah, actually, and I'm gonna set this up so I draw the Volcanic next turn. True-Name is one of our best cards of this matchup, like, by far. Yep, we're 10 out of 10 gonna play Hex today at some point. After the Legacies. Uncounterable Stoneforge Mystic. Yep, it's annoying. Getting a Jitty or a Batterskull. GTA, yep. I'm gonna do this and just play this Pyromancer, I think, here. And next turn we draw another True Name and then go True Name, True Name. This is one of the matchups where there's a third True Name in our board, for those wondering. 10 out of 10, one of the reasons why we have a third True Name in the board. Yep. I can beat a Jitty when I have a True Name to block and a True Name to attack. Do I have a way to kill that? I feel like I might not. I have a Dismember and a Kolaghan's Command. 2 different ways to kill it. This says we can't play non-creature spells with the chosen number. Maybe I want an extra way to kill this on my 75. Big Box Snow Council's Judgment. Mother of Runes. Oh, that's pretty good. That means they can give their thing Pro Blue. They have a Batter Skull. Yep. Oh, I have Fire Covenant. Yeah, good call. Huh. Now we're probably dead, right? His hand was pretty good. And like the fact that his hand locked out my brainstorms from us being able to do stuff. I guess he has to like use the Mother of Runes to force through this Batterskull Germ, so like I've got a window here to draw Fire Covenant and just like destroy him. You got like one draw step here to hit a Fire Covenant. No, you're not pushing with it. Okay, deal. Hey, look, another card I can't cast. Go. Not playing the Pyromancer out because Jitty just mows it down. And I'm going to jump with the Pyromancer here. It's just going to die to the Jitty tokens anyway, so I might as well gain some life with it. Bob asking the hard-hitting questions. I'm gonna fetch a C here because we just want to draw Fire Covenant. I guess Ancient Grudge is decent too. Actually, Grudge is a reason to have cast, to have held the fetch land, because if we hit Grudge, we could kill both their artifacts potentially. So we'll take one more draw here. Kolaghan's Command is also fine. Part's annoying. Oh, huh. Good call, Sinpure. Yeah, I think that's right, actually. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I think that would have been worth it, actually. Sure. Well. Remember that time I fetched incorrectly? Remember that time I fetched incorrectly? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Kill the GT. Yeah, thinning was such a marginal percentage, I should have just left it. Left it how it was. Left it uncracked. That is kind of an insane draw. They can't cast Plow. Sanctum Prelate's on 1. This is symmetrical, right? Yeah. Sanctum Prelate's on 1. We can't cast any of our spells. Any of these spells here. It's pretty good. They could have running Flicker Wisps here. I guess if they have running Flicker Wisps, I have a Pyromancer next turn. Oh, Flicker Wisp is just going to kill us in the air. Flicker Wisp is just going to kill us in the air. Delver could flip, though. Man, we were in that game, too. It's tough. Prelate's a beating. I think I want this card. I was thinking about this. I almost didn't play this card in this league. I feel like I want this to be another piece of targeted removal that doesn't cost 1 mana. Maybe even just, like, a Terminate or a Dreadbore. Dreadbore could be kind of sweet. Like, the Jace decks can kind of run away with games on occasion. I wouldn't hate this being a Dreadbore, I don't think. It could also just be, like, a Fatal Push for, like, killing Tarmogoyfs. This hand has a bunch of cards that we want in this matchup. Standard doesn't exist on Magic Online right now. They accidentally printed a bunch of cards that shouldn't exist. So maybe I'm supposed to lead on another fetch line there in case they have a oh, what's it called here? Port. Aether Veil, sure, that's another reason to have led on. Oh, geez, we're not wastelanding me. That's good. That's good. Or wastelanding me during my upkeep. It's annoying. I think I'm brainstorming in response here. Do I really care? Do I really care? They accidentally released... I guess I could hit a Wasteland here. I kind of like that. I have the fetch land. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Let me hit a Delver. Alright, so... I can cast Pyromancer this turn. No, Standard is great. It's just, Standard doesn't exist on Magic Online anymore because they accidentally released new cards early and they're letting people play with them. So I don't want to, like, play my deck that I've tuned for a previous format in this new Standard format. In a Standard format with, like, new cards where I can't also have new cards. What are we supposed to do here? It's probably Pyromancer, right? This Bolt's pretty good, too, though. Honestly, I kind of just want to put, like, these two back, but I need a threat, right? If I don't put these two... If I put these two threats back, and then I leave 2 fetch lands in play, I can guaranteed cast a 3-drop next turn, sans a Thalia. But I guess if they have a Thalia, I could even just, like, Lightning Bolt the Thalia at end of turn. I kind of want to put these two back, and then just, like... Well, I guess I have to crack a fetch to not redraw one of these immediately. I guess redrawing one of these immediately is fine. Do I need Fire Covenant with these other things? Fire Covenant is just so good in this matchup, but, like, this might be too many 3-drops in my hand. I kind of don't want to leave my lands exposed to Wastelands or Ports next turn is the thing. So I think I'm going to go put back Delver, Fire Covenant for now. That happens. We'll draw the Fire Covenant, play this, pass the turn. I want to be able to play a 3-drop next turn is what it comes down to. Oh, look, they don't have another land. That seems good for us. Well, I'm going to put this into play. I'm just passing here, right? And, like, if they... During their upkeep in response to the Aether Vial ticking up, I'm going to shatter it and make them discard a card. And if they put Mother of Runes in here at my end step, I'm going to shock it and make them discard a card. This is really bad if they draw Porter Wasteland. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Ding. Alright, well, yeah, I'm just gonna stick to Liliana and start ticking it up. We're still ahead, but we're, like, not in a great spot if they, like, took us off the red source this turn. Oh, look, you can't cast spells. Weird. Alright, well, let's play this, and then cast Gitaxian Probe. Now we're in a great spot. Even if this gets plowed, it's like, whatever. Path to Exile, sure. It's like a strictly better plow there. Man, look at all these cards that died out Liliana the Last Hope. No, I'm pretty sure we don't want to bolt there. I don't think I want to play this Pyromancer. I guess I don't care if this Delver gets plowed. So I'm assuming this Delver is going to eat it. Yeah, that's fine. So they have... They just play a second Caracas without floating mana. Sure. Good stuff. Alright, now that we drew another bolt, I'm going to go ahead and play this out and we'll bolt them in response to... Yeah, we have 2 copies of Therapy in the deck right now. So get the clock going. Yeah, Liliana's sweet. She's good in the grindy matchups too, like against the other Grixis and Sultai decks that are kind of difficult for us to beat. Yeah, so like this gets a Revoker for them, but like I have a removal spell for that Revoker in my hand. Like they just like never beat this ultimate, right? I shouldn't get greedy, I should just like -7 this on 7. Oh, okay, yep. That's smart. So they're gonna take her out, but like she's gonna kill the Flicker Wisp. So I guess, you know, more power to you, I suppose. We don't have any counter magic left in our deck, and we only have 2 therapies, so I think waiting is wrong. I would like to just kill my opponent. So now they have to Flicker Wisp this Liliana because they never beat the ultimate. Yep. I feel like any matchup where like we board in this Liliana, they're not beating the ultimate. I would love to reveal this Fork Bolt. Alright. On the hard matchup. So their hand is Recruiter, Palace Jailer, and then cards we don't know. Getting another Sanctum Prelate, sure. We're gonna name one, I assume, sure. I don't really care about this, I don't think. Oh, I guess I punted there. If I would have fire coveted this, I could have killed them with these. Yeah, sure. Sure, someone will point that out here in a second, and then I'll get there about the same time they did. That being said, they're pretty dead here. Because the advantage meter didn't change at all. Oh, Burgle. Light them up. They're on fire. Light them up, up. Light them up, up. Boo doo 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 doo. In the dark. While we're waiting for this next match to pop, I would just like to say good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your day here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer, and you've landed here at my Twitch page, maybe my YouTube page in the future. Today we're hanging out playing some Legacy. If you're new to the stream and enjoying what you see, I'd encourage you to show a little support. Use that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see and want to help support my content past that, there's a couple different ways you can do that. The first is by subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon, or using that donation link down below the stream. All of those help support myself financially, so I'm able to spend more time producing content and less time doing other things to make some dollar bills. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. We're all TCG players here, and you're probably going to buy some of these things at some point anyway. So if you're going to buy Magic Online cards, head over to mtgotraders.com. They will love to buy and sell Magic Online cards. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout there, you will save 8% on your singles orders. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. They do custom playmats and mouse pads and things of that nature. mtgcardmarket.com buys and sells physical Magic cards and also has a great selection of written content. You can find stuff from myself there every week, as well as folks like Kevin Jones and Dylan Donegan. Finally, SpareDeck.com offers kind of a unique service. They rent physical, standard, and modern decks, and use code Hoagland7 on their website to save 7% on your rental. We've got a live one here. An old two. Whoa! We both have the same record. That's wild. And this hand is very good. This hand is very good. Underground Sea, Deathrite Shaman, go. We'll hold on the Gitaxian Probe for a turn in case we rip a Young Pyromancer. I don't think we could draw anything else that, like... The only thing that could make us play something not Deathrite Shaman on turn 1 is if we probe them and they have 2 of a kind and we draw Cabal Therapy, so I think that's pretty narrow, and I just want to go ahead and play... Just want to play the Deathrite Shaman on 1 here. Like, those people allow me to do what I do here. Without them, there would be no stream. Alright, we're going to bolt your Mana Dork and then Wasteland your non-basic. Plow my Deathrite Shaman. Get out of here. I like my Deathrite Shaman. Alright, now we're going to probe them and see if we're supposed to Wasteland them or not. I have a bunch of lands. Alright. Am I supposed to Wasteland them is the real question. I feel like I'm not. I have, like, Birds of Paradise to play next turn anyways. I'm going to start on Ponder here and see what we find. If we find Cabal Therapy, we'll take their Thalia away. If you are a subscriber, I will play a league with a deck of your choosing that is reasonable for $12. If you are not a subscriber, I require a $20 donation. Subs get a little bit of a discount because they help me do what I do here. I'm just going to shuffle this here. I don't really want to draw another Ponder. Brainstorm's actually pretty decent here. It means we can shuffle away one of these extra lands here, potentially. Taiga into Thalia. Yep. Delver's a decent draw. want to just bolt this? Can bolt this, cast Delver, attack them. This Wasteland's probably not going to be particularly useful this game. We might end up shuffling it away. We'll see. Let's kill that. I think I'd rather just get an point of damage rather than hold a Brainstorm here, so... They had Birds of Paradise in their hand. So, like, it didn't feel like Wastelanding them accomplished a whole lot. I would not like to reveal Polluted Delta. Alright, well, let's, I'm gonna Brainstorm off of this because if we hit Cabal Therapy, I'd like to cast it. Kolaghan's Command. That one seems decent. Huh. I kind of want all these cards, right? And I could set the Kolaghan's Command up on top so we get to flip the Delver next turn. Cast this here, True-Name Nemesis. Yeah, right? How good is this one main deck Kolaghan's Command, Benny? Like, on a scale of 1 to insane, like, how good is this one main deck Kolaghan's Command? And, like, if they have a fetch land here, they can Batter Skull through a Daze. Go for it. Yeah, you jam that big scary in there. Yeah, you get it. You get it done, opponent. It'd be a damn shame if someone had the perfect answer to that. Alright, so they played Bayou, they've played Taiga. They've not played Wooded Foothills, so I don't want to make them discard because, God, what a giant kick in the dick. Just, like, reveal my main deck Kolaghan's Command to you. It's like, destroy all of your hopes and dreams. Destroy that one. Oh, no, come back, opponent. Don't you want to play Magic with me anymore? Alright, let's board these in. Let's board that in. Let's board these in. I don't know about Edict. I think with Mana Dorks in their deck, I really don't want the Therapy. I really don't want the Edict in my deck. I'm just gonna leave the third Therapy in. Harlan, we knew they had a bunch of mana, so I don't think Wastelanding really accomplished much, and I wanted to encourage them to play the Batter Skull because we had the Kolaghan's Command. When are we playing Bluetron? At some point, Ryan. I've got 2 deck lists in the donation deck list queue. I just wanted to practice some Legacy, because Legacy's fun. And Modern sucks. Oops, did I say that out loud? Yeah, it sounds great. Get a Scry here. I don't think I want another Wasteland. I think I want to dig to some blue mana sources here. Mother of Runes. Mother of Goons. Ooh, see, look at that. Like that. Just like that. Draw a land. Bolt that one. Go. Mazawa's Jurgit. Alright, am I brainstorming? Am I just wastelanding them here? I feel like I'm just wastelanding them here. That might be wrong since I have this, like, true name right here. That's such a good draw. I'm gonna lead on Brainstorm here, just in case, so we can, like, try and find a third land for next turn, which we did. God bless. You want somewhere to eat? Dad's got the hookup. Here you go. What are we doing here? I think we're definitely putting a land back, right? So I'm gonna put Underground Sea back, and then put a Forked Bolt on top, I think, and then play Delver of Secrets this turn. I think I'd rather Delver die than Deathrite. Could be incorrect. And this way, like, we set the Delver up to flip in case that's the thing we want to do. We're playing the Volk here So that way, if they had a Wasteland, they can't waste us off of this, and we can still play this next turn even if they Wasteland us. There's Wasteland, sure. Old Knight of the Reliquary. Alright, so here's the problem. We're gonna get double Wastelanded next turn. If I cast this True-Name Nemesis. I guess if I cast the True-Name, they're probably pretty cold to it, right? I guess they could have Zealous Persecution. I have an Underground Sea on top of my deck. So I feel like, what's the line here? Is it just Fire Covenant the Knight, or am I supposed to stick the True-Name? I think it's actually kind of close. Like, if they're Wastelanding us, they're, like, losing their forest, which seems okay for us. And, like, if they don't have a removal spell for this Deathrite Shaman, we can play Deathrite off the land on top of the Bayou on top of our deck, and then Fire Covenant post that. I think I like sticking the True-Name because there's an Underground Sea on top of our deck. There's a non-zero chance they don't double waste us next turn, because they're kind of choked up. If they have a fourth land, they're probably gonna... Oh, jeez. Well, that could have gone better. Yep. Second night, second Wasteland. It's definitely on the list of things that could have gone better for us. All right. Okay. Okay. Yep. All right, I understand the mistake I have made. I understand. All right. Probably want this Diabolic Edict. Just slide that right on in here. All right. It sounds like not exciting, but it's fine. Actually, it's pretty decent, right? We've got like Brainstorm, True-Name, Pyromancer. Covenant for 30 gets it done here, right? All right, put up mulligans. I'm gonna lead on Volk. If they want to Wasteland us on one, we can just Brainstorm in response to get 3 looks. If they play a Dork on one, we can bolt it. Maybe Daze is fine on the play. Wait, what? Am I supposed to Brainstorm here? Or am I supposed to play the Pyromancer? If I Brainstorm and they Wasteland us, we could just lose the game. I feel like our hand is good enough that we're supposed to Brainstorm here. Wow, we're gonna lose the game anyways, turns out. Woof. So put this back. Put this back. Them's the beats sometimes. Well, I'm gonna Dismember this. God, wow. We're actually going to lose this game. Holy crap. Yep. Am I supposed to Wasteland them here? I feel like I'm supposed to go Wasteland Bolt. Actually really unlucky. Punishing Fire. Yep. Alright, well, we tried. Ooh! Alright. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance. You know, maybe I'm supposed to play a big fish there. Oh, they don't have anything. Oh, worked out for us. Tireless tracker, sure. Huh. Well, the world is our oyster now. I feel like I'm supposed to therapy them here. I'm supposed to go Pyromancer, cast Therapy, and then cast Gurmag Angler. Yeah, I have mana to do all of that. What am I naming with this Therapy? Swords to Plowshares? They haven't had a chance to cast that yet, and it's not a ton of 4 of in their deck. Probably. I think I'm supposed to name Swords to Plowshares here. It's a card that I care about. It's a 4 of. Man, the swings. Man, the wildest of swings. Always trust your gut, ladies and gentlemen. Always trust your gut. All right. Now that we've covered that. All right. I guess we'll take the Blessed Alliance out of their hand. All right. You didn't need those cards, right, opponent? I'm just making sure. All right. Let's exile that. Make black mana. Cast this big giant man here. They've got plenty of lands here, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So exile my lands. Dismember. Probably my Delver. If they hit Grover the Burn Willows here, they could be in this game. It's annoying. It's not the end of the world, though. They get to kill my Deathrite Shaman. Oh! Oh, that's a combo. That's a combo. Opponent's playing a combo deck. It's neat. Neat. Alright, so we're gonna bolt this. We're going to eat this Punishing Fire now before you draw Grove and things get awkward. We're gonna cast this. We're going to attack with my Dorks. My sequencing there is a little sloppy, but, you know, it's probably fine. Man, remember that time we were really sad because, like, we brainstormed twice and, like, missed a bunch of land drops? Alright, Deathrite down. Like, return the Taiga, untap their dork, replay the Taiga. Life from the Loam. Yeah, it seems decent. Another big fish. Attack with all these. Yeah, they can't block this. They have to block the fish. Yeah, I probably should have attacked with that too. Whatever, I should be pretty dead here. Alright. That puts us to 3-1? Does put us to 3-1. Look at that. And we punted the first one. I punted the first one. We're miles ahead from the start. Easy mulligan. Easy keep. Sneaper keeper, even. Fetch C, play Delver, go. We're on the play, right? Yeah, we're on the play. Alright. Always top when you're fetching it away. It's a mind game. The Esper gift deck is great. I'll have a primer on it, posted on MTG Card Market tomorrow. Need that T-Bubble plug, right? God bless T-Bubble. They're the only reason I'm able to stream. Ponder resolves. Did you shuffle? Chose not to shuffle, okay. Survey says, yay. Alright. So since we drew that, I'm just gonna go Pyromancer Probe here. Gabroth with the 6-month resubscription. Half a year, welcome back. Welcome to the Diamond Emote Sub Club. Thank you, I appreciate it. Your life's like a diamond. Bum bum ba da dum bum. Bum bum ba da dum bum. Resolves. What you got? Man, my kingdom for a Cabal Therapy, huh? You know what? See what I'm saying here? Cabal Therapy is such a messed up magic card. Holy crap. Cabal Therapy is a messed up magic card. The real question here is, do I force the plow on my Pyromancer? I almost feel like I'm supposed to, with this bolt in my hand. I feel like I'm supposed to force this plow. They leading on? I feel like you're oh, they want to play around Daze. Sure. They could be setting up a Terminus here, though. This is probably Topless Miracles, what my opponent is playing. Name a card, opponent discards half their hand, right? How good is that? They did keep with the ponder, so they knew most of what they were pondering into there. I'm gonna force this. If they Terminus this next turn, they Terminus this next turn. Yeah. If they don't have Terminus, they're going to die. So like, if they feel like this is worthwhile, I don't know. It might be right to just let this go and save it for the Terminus, but like, we might not have enough pressure to like reasonably win the game, so attack with all of these. I'm gonna play this land out because that way we can bolt them through a Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm. But it did not have the Terminus. No, Cabal Therapy is definitely not good enough without the flashback. 0 out of 10 would not play. I suppose they could set up, they could set up a Terminus on top of their deck here. No, because they should have fetched with this first now. I'm gonna bolt them at their end step and put them to 7 and make another token. Because that's what we do. Plomadork. Paying costs. What is a paying cost that's white? Alright, so they're not quite dead yet. They're getting close though. Lightning bolt. Might be useful at some point. That's probably not going to be useful. I'm probably going to be dead before that's useful. Alright, put you to 2. Dead to a Deathrite activation. Dead to a Lightning Bolt off the top of my deck. Hopefully they don't stabilize and take over the game here. If they hit Terminus this turn, they could still realistically, Fuck. It's a miracle! Yeah, definitely playing Topless Miracles. So, opponent's hand is 3rd Brainstorm, a Polluted Delta. Oh, they actually can't crack this and Delta. That's funny. That could be super relevant. Maybe. We've got Bolts. We've got Deathrite Shamans. Yep. Enjoy your last shuffle. Okay, they have the Tundra. Lets them Jace next turn. That's, you know, blue card's a good draw. And Force is actually probably the best of the blue cards to draw there, because it's a card that we, like, don't really want to draw later. Like, if we had a cantrip, we'd be encouraged to cast it. Like, 10 out of 10 forcing a Jace here. And they actually... Oh, huh. Am I forcing this? What do we think? Am I supposed to force this? It's only for 1. I feel like I'm supposed to let this happen. We're, like, not dead to this for 5 turns, and, like, the Jace probably buries us more than this does. Like, if I draw Deathrite Shaman, I'd rather just, like, do that. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to let this resolve. Yeah, I agree. Force their force of the lightning bolt, right? Why would you play the... Oh, you know what? They can plow this. Alright, Brainstorm. Unless the draws that were good, that was towards the top. Going big fishing, spin the G's. We going big fishing up in NYC, which is a bigger land. Bip and spin the cheese. Sure. Your fetch resolves. We know opponent has Jace in their hand, so that's what these forces are being held for. Get an underground sea. Alright. You know what the sweet thing is? They can't force us back when we force their Jace. They could have another plow. But if they have, like, another plow, that gives us an extra turn on this clock. So, like, whatever. And unless they have another non-fetch land here, they also can't spell pierce our force because they can't crack this Polluted Delta because they're at 1. Let me exert my force of will. What a nice little speed bump my opponent has on their side of the table. Nice little speed bump. Ooh, another fetch land. Those are useful. Lightning bolt. We be delving. Am I supposed to play the Delver? I feel like I am. We lose to Terminus, but like it's more likely that they have a Snapcaster Mage or a Jace, and Delver beats Snapcaster Mage and Jace, or just another plow. Can't play around everything. They hit Portent Terminus here. That'll get us. Yeah, playing it beats more stuff. And that's the type of things you want to think about. You're like, well, we can beat this, but we can't beat the... These lines beat this, these lines beat this. Alright, there's the plow. If this doesn't flip, I don't think I attack with it. It would have flipped, and we'd have attacked with it. Alright, so... Daze isn't fantastic. Trim some forces. I like some forces in this matchup still. Liliana is good at killing, like, clicks and Snapcaster mages, which is nice. Pyroblast is excellent. True-Name's fine. It gets swept away with the rest of it, but I think it's fine in general. I like Lightning Bolts because they usually board into Monastery Mentor. It also helps keep Jace in check. I don't hate Flusterstorm in this matchup, honestly. At least one of these can come in. Kolaghan's command is fine. Liliana last up's okay. I think the fact that she kills Snapcaster Mage makes and Click makes her worth having. She also just, like, threatens an ultimate, which is nice. No, we definitely don't want Cage. Flashing back my Cabal Therapies is way better than turning off their Snapcasters. If I wanted a hedge against their Snapcaster, Surgical Extraction is that hedge. I don't hate Surgical in this matchup. Like, one of it, like, turns off Snapcaster and, like, taking their Terminus is out is often a good way. Am I supposed to try this Forceless? What do we think of being Forceless? Just, like, put in the Flusterstorm and one Surgical? I don't hate that. I have Therapies and Pyroblast and Flusterstorms for Disruption. Let's give this a try. I'm always kind of split. Let's give this a go. It's decent. Needs a probe to be perfect. Yeah, I definitely don't think you want two Surgicals, but I think the first Surgical's fine. You can, like, Brainstorm it away when it's really bad, and, like, occasionally it's just, like, really gonna blow them out. And could have cut the Trop. Oh, I like that, Noah. It's not a bad idea at all. Don't stifle me. I've gotten stifled out of the Miracles deck before. God bless. Alright, so 10 out of 10 grabbing a C here. I think I want to lead on Therapy. Just name Brainstorm. And Brainstorm in response? Spell Pierce. Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm really glad we didn't lead on Ponder. There's definitely an argument for leading on Deathrite Shaman there, but, like, they could just get plowed. I guess once they fetch basic Island, maybe I'm supposed to play the Deathrite Shaman. I think while there's a chance for this to get plowed, I'm not supposed to jam it, but once they fetch basic Island, I know I'm not getting plowed, so it's probably correct to Deathrite Shaman there. Meddling Mage, okay. That's interesting. Hopefully we can ponder into a fetch land for this bolt. Young Pyromancer, sure. Sure. I think I'm interested in just drawing all these, right? I'd be really greedy to shuffle this, right? Probably, like, exceedingly greedy. Yeah. I'm gonna shuffle this. That might be greedy, but I think it's okay. I really don't want to draw 3 straight lands. If one of those was a fetch, it would have been perfect. We'd have drawn the fetch and then, like, fetched, bolted, and then, like, not have to draw the rest. But I think drawing 3 straight lands is not going to allow this hand to win the game. Another Wasteland. All right. Either play Deathrite Shaman. I'm just gonna play Deathrite Shaman. Let's do that. We could play Wasteland to play around Spell Pierce and, like, Therapy naming Jace here potentially. But, like, if they stick Jace next turn and they don't unsummon or plow this, we can just, like, Pyroblast the Jace and they just get a cantrip out of it. So I think that's fine. End step, Brainstorm. Okay. Getting plowed? Probably getting plowed. I mean, that kind of sucks because we had a Cabal Therapy in our hand, but why did they bring in Surgical against us? I guess they saw Kolaghan's command? Sure. Okay. Alright. I could Surgical in response, that is correct. I don't think that's worthwhile. I think I'd rather have this Surgical than a Cabal Therapy in my hand. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of how Magic works. Something that costs X here? That's... Yep. You think I should take his Brainstorms out, Noah? You mean counterspelled? Yep. They portented us, just trying to screw us on lands. Cantrips. So I assume we're drawing a brick here. Maybe it was right to take the Volcanic Islands on that shuffler. The person casting the Surgicals has the option on whether or not they want to remove the others. Now we're dead. Yeah, probably should have just taken the Volks off of... Probably should have just taken the Volks off that first ponder. Thanks for watching, Space Pope. Legacy is 10 out of 10, my favorite format in Magic right now, that's for sure. And in Magic Tab, when you remove the target, it counters their spell. Unlike in Hex, so like if I Surgical'd my Therapy in response to them Surgically my Therapy, I could take the Therapy out of my graveyard and then keep the Therapy in my hand. I like that. I like that. Got drop for a force, seems fine. Magic's standard formats are generally really good. Magic's good standard formats are easily my favorite formats in TCGs. Yeah, Magic's current standard format's great. We just can't play current standard on Magic Online because they accidentally released Hour of Devastation cards early. It's like, what world are we living in that that's the thing I have to say? They accidentally released the cards early. Come on. Just Magic Online things. think we're just doing this into Pyromancer here. I don't think getting ahead on mana is going to be worthwhile. This hand's going to be about pacing so we don't get destroyed by a Terminus. The Hour of Devastation pre-release will start on Magic Online on Monday, the 10th. How do they accidentally release them early? You know, just Magic Online things. They accidentally introduced the cards into treasure chests in yesterday's update. Huh, that's an interesting draw. I think I just want to play the Pyromancer here. You're very loud, little lamb. You're very loud, toddler. Another plow. Yep. Good shit. It's actually a decent draw. It means we can play this with Pyroblast up, which is nice. I mean, Grixis Delvers kind of existed as an archetype for an eternity. There's like, I don't know, 10 flex slots between, there's like some sideboard variation and like flex slots that you get. So like, the flex slots are my own, but like the core of Grixis Delver is like the core of Grixis Delver, so it's not like something I own. Snapcaster, yeah, let's just nip that right in the bud. So, one of the biggest problems with the world is that there aren't any qualifications to be able to reproduce, which is why we end up with a lot of the problems that we have. Stupid people breed way more than intelligent people do. You know, I'm allowed to. Just have another plow in your hand. Surgical, God, yes, please. Surgically extract by Pyroblast. This is a great example of how you're not supposed to use this card. And like last game, they got kind of rewarded because like we happened to have a second therapy in our hand when they therapied us. But like that's a really poor use of that magic card. That's a great draw. I'm gonna cast this now just in case they have a plow and didn't cast it after they saw our hand didn't have anything in it. I'm going to name Brainstorm with this for the first time. And the reason why I'm doing this pre-combat is because my opponent has a plow. They're going to plow this inside of combat. So if they didn't plow it on their turn, I want to capitalize on their mistake. Verdict, Meddling Mage. Alright, well guess what you're not going to have in your hand here in a second. Does it look like Tiny Leaders? God bless. God bless. Doke. Yep. Meddling Mage is actually kind of annoying, so it like blocks my dorks. If they play the Mage next turn, we'll probably offer the trade with the Pyromancer and play the Deathrite Shaman. They drew Terminus. They must have drawn Entreat, right? So they have an Entreat in their hand, because if they hit Terminus there, they'd have cast it. And it paused during their draw step. I don't think they had a stop there. I'm okay with this trade. And now the question becomes, do I want to play the True-Name or do I want to play the Deathrite Shaman? I feel like I want to play the Deathrite Shaman out here. It allows me to pick away at their graveyard to make their future Snapcaster mages worse, and they probably need Terminus to beat this board anyways, so Terminus would sweep away True-Name Nemesis. And Drew Snapcaster. Predict, sure. Predict targeting me. Alright, you should probably target yourself and name Island, but to each their own. Unless they have less than 4 islands in their deck. I guess they have less than 4 islands in their deck, naming Brainstorm and targeting me is fine, but like, you know I have Gurmag Anglers in my deck, so like, why are you putting extra cards into my discard pile? Seems real loose. I mean, like, casting the Predictor is probably correct, but, like, what they did with it seems wrong. And again, we're just, like, they need Terminus, so we're just not going to play into that. We got, like, 4 points of power a turn on the table, effectively. I'm going to play this out. I'm just going to go ahead and activate this now, because in the event that my opponent drew a Snapcaster Mage, they could Snapcaster the Plow in response to me targeting it. And, like, I'm 10 out of 10 taking this Plow away, so, like, I might as well just do it now and guaranteed get my points in. Because, like, if they draw a Snapcaster, I'm not going to not use the Deathrite Shaman at their end of turn. So I want to use it to drain them out of the game. Even Jace doesn't really get them out of this at this point, because they need, like, land Jace Plow. Because they, like, go Jace Unsummon. I guess they could go Jace Plus. This Delve dude. Delve says you can exile a card from your discard pile instead of paying 1 colorless mana for this. So if I exile 6 cards from my discard pile, this costs 1 black mana to cast. Oh man, I missed it. My opponent complained about... My opponent complained about my Deathrite Shaman top deck. Delve gets banned, yeah, right? And look, we played around the Snapcaster Mage and we got rewarded for it. Because, like, if we wait on the Deathrite Shaman activation, we would be down 2 points of damage on them right now. Which is very realistic. Let's go ahead and... That's a good draw. Ship with both of these. I'm assuming they're going to trade here. Yep. Now I think I'm going to play the True-Name, because this is better against Jace. And then, like, if he Terminuses us, we can just go, like, Deathrite Gurmag. Have a Predict here. Another Snapcaster Mage, maybe. Targeting me again, sure. Yeah, Legacy's probably one of my favorite formats in Magic. I was really liking the Standard format. I'm kind of sad that it's done. Hopefully Hour of Devastation doesn't change things too much, but we don't have Hour of Devastation cards on Magic Online yet, so we can't play Standard just yet. No, we kind of don't have Hour of Devastation cards on Magic Online. Some people have Hour of Devastation cards on Magic Online, but not everyone, so, you know, details. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out here this morning or after your night, wherever you're at. There's a lot of different things you could be doing, different people you could be watching. Thanks for hanging out while we play some Legacy today. Opponent names Delver, and then flipped over Liliana, the last hope. Sure. Yeah, sure. Do this first. Huh. I'm gonna do this. It only leaves me 1 threat for post Terminus, but I think that's fine. Probe for life, we've got plenty of that. Look at what's going on over here. Terminus? When did they draw the Terminus? Huh. Another true name. Huh. Is just sticking the second true name here too aggressive? What do we think? I think I want to keep these cards. Yeah, they predicted. Oh, they predicted on their turn. Yeah, that's probably a good catch. Just like keep them. Okay, yeah, I guess I like attack and play Deathrite. Then they're still dead next turn through Deathrite True-Name. Okay, I like that. Let's keep these. We'll draw the True-Name off the top. No shuffle. So we'll attack with these two. They have a Monastery Mentor in their hand. So like the True-Name and the Deathrite both kill them through the Monastery Mentor next turn. If they go like Monastery Mentor, make a token. Alright, so if they hit Terminus... Oh... If they hit Terminus here, they're still dead next turn. Or they're not dead next turn, but... That's their hit. Alright, no Terminus. They could hit Brainstorm into Portent. Or Brainstorm into Predict. Brainstorm into Predict would do it too. Opponent said GG's. GG's opponent. Alright, sweet. Good solid 4-1 with Grixis Delver. So, real question, chat fam. How do we feel about this Diabolic Edict? That's like I like a lot of the cards in this deck list. I'm getting pretty close to like this is the 75 Magic cards I like playing. But like there's a couple of like the traditional Delver Flex slots. I think I'm pretty happy with this main deck. The one main deck Kolaghan's command has just been like so insane. And the other small change I made today is I cut the 4th Daze for the 3rd Cabal Therapy in the main deck. Cards I don't know that I love in the sideboard. You like Strix and... Oh, I like Strix. Strix sounds kind of hot. Make it go for the throat, please. So, like, even with this random edict, you still mostly die to land, so... Like, we have Forces, and we have True-Name, and we have Forces and Pyroblast to stop their True Names. And, like, a lot of the decks that have True Names have other creatures with them. So, like, this isn't a solid answer to True Name. I would accept that this is good against lands. But, like, I think the lands matchup is pretty hopeless even with this card. I feel like I want this to just be, like, a better piece of targeted removal for the matchups where I want extra removal. Most of these cards I like, though. Like, the 3rd True Name is great. Liliana, the Last Hope, might be take it or leave it, too. I could see this being something else. Like, this might be better as the 2nd Kolaghan's command. It's fine against Sneak and Show. Like, your Sneak and Show matchup's pretty reasonable, though. Submerge is okay, but I kind of want this to be a card that I can board in against Death and Taxes. No, I think Fire Covenant's better than Deluge in the Delver decks. I think 10 out of 10 this is better than Deluge in the Delver decks. I feel like Click deserves a spot. I don't feel like I need another anti-combo card. Especially with the extra therapy in the main deck. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Okay, so this is pretty close to like stock Grixis Delver with our flex slots are like things like this and the extra Kolaghan's Command in the main deck and the more True Names. Just like, if you're going to play Grixis Delver, some of the variation that exists in Grixis Delver deck lists that, like, shouldn't exist. If you're playing Grixis Delver, play Cabal Therapies in your main deck, play True Names in your main deck. Like this, do this. The Kolaghan's Command can be whatever, but, like, you should be playing True Names and you should be playing Therapies in your main. 10 out of 10 should be doing both of those things. I don't know that we're going to finish a second league here. We'll play another match or two. I think I'm going to play the Legacy Challenge on Sunday, so I like to work towards a deck list. Edict could be another... It could be another command. Yeah, I don't hate that. It's like, card's really good against Stoneforge Mystic decks. I don't hate that. That might be pushing on... So, I think the Liliana, the Last Hope, might be better if I wanted a second command. I feel like I don't want too many 3-mana spells. Like, a lot of the decks that I'm boarding, like this Last Hope and this Fire Covenant and, like, what this Diabolic Edict would be in against are, like, Wasteland Rishadan port decks. And I don't want to get caught with too many... I don't want to get caught with too many 3-drops in my deck, basically, or in my hand at the same time. So, I'm not convinced that this is better than another Kolaghan's Command, because, like, these cards are both very good in similar matchups. Yeah, Tombstalker's kind of sweet. I think, like, the main deck True-Name Nemesis, kind of fill a similar role to Tombstalker, where it's, like, an evasive threat that allows you to push damage that's hard to deal with. And I think True Name is better at stealing games than Tombstalker is. Byforce. That seems worse than Grudge. I think I'd rather just play Grudge. Like, Grudge being instant speed is kind of a big deal. Byforce is 3-mana kill target thing, right? Kill 2 target things. Yeah. Wonderful sponsors page. Thank you for the couple of subs that we had this morning and the new followers. Welcome. I appreciate it. May as well throw up the splash while we wait for a match to pair. No fish. Man, fish is so good. I can't imagine cutting this card. Like, the amount of times where you cast Gurmag Angler for just, like, a single black mana is so high. Yeah, I think I don't want to cut this Grudge. The one Grudge has been so insane. Would you ever slot in Fatal Push? Yeah, Fatal Push could be this Diabolic Edict slot. Like, we talked about that earlier. Like, if I want something else in this slot for targeted removal, this could definitely be a Fatal Push. If I was worried about Tarmogoyfs, I'd probably put another Fatal Push here. Gurmag Angler and True Name go a long way towards stopping Tarmogoyfs, though. Yeah, seems pretty good. Kinda wants a cantrip. Like, Deathrite into Force sounds great. Good guy opponent saying they were watching the stream, but they're no longer watching it. It's nice, not getting openly ghosted. Good guy OP. Well, I have a feeling this is naming Force of Will. Name Young Pyromancer. Okay, so they're not playing a combo deck. It's good for us. We did beat the Miracles guy that bordered in Force against us. There was some justice in the world. Yeah, I'm just going to pass the turn here. If they play a creature out, we'll eat their Cabal Therapy. We're probably just eating the Cabal Therapy regardless here. I actually don't think Vapor Stag is awful, FYI. Like, it deals with Batter Skulls, it, like, saves our threats on occasion. Like, Vapor Stag by Pyromancer in response to removal is hot. Exile this in response so they can't sack this. Not that I think they would, but... I'm just gonna eat my bolt here at end step. It's like... Hey, Steven. I'm just gonna let this resolve, because if they have a Daze, I don't want them to Daze my Force and then take my Gurmag Angler. They're probably naming Gurmag names Force. Okay, sure. Yeah, that seems fine for me. It's a good draw. Alright, big fishing. It might be right to use this for mana and, like, leave the other Force in there. I don't know. I'm in a pretty decent spot right now, especially with this bolt drawn. We were in a decent spot without the bolt drawn, but with the bolt drawn, we should be pretty far ahead here. Take me off my Underground Sea. Probably want to play around Stifle. They don't know that we're not playing that card. Which, I mean, works for us. Dope. You just... Yeah, God bless. Alright, well. Alright, not expecting a sweeper out of my opponent here. Oh, let's just go ahead and play this. No, they saw our hand on an earlier... They played a Cabal Therapy earlier this game, so they knew we had 2 Forces. They knew our hand was Gurmag double Force. I think they were supposed to take Gurmag on that Therapy when I let it resolve. Alright, so Daze is pretty bad on the draw. I actually don't like Therapy. I'm pretty sure this is a Delvermere. There's a non-zero chance that they're, what's it called? A non-zero chance that my opponent's playing, like, Grixis control, but I think this is a Delvermere. This might be too many 3s. I'm gonna cut that and bring in the extra Fork Bolt. I like leaving in a couple of Forces. Submit like this. I don't think I want any of these. Yeah, the Hex music in the background helps drown out the kids show that are playing on the TV, so I don't get my stuff muted. I don't think I love Flusterstorm in the mirror. Like, a lot of the mirror comes down to, like, playing the cards that affect the board, I feel like. So I want, like, a maximum number of cards in my deck that allow me to make an impact on the board. I'm gonna lead on Probe here to find out if I need to, what I need to run into a Daze or not. Fluster, Gurmag. Alright, it's not exciting. If they don't flip this Delver, we're gonna be in an amazing spot. If they do flip the Delver, we're still in an okay spot. It's decent. Man, if they don't flip the Delver here, they're gonna need to play Liliana on the last Hope next turn. It's kind of insane. If they do flip, we're gonna have to, like, they can Flusterstorm or Ponder. Come on. Lucky, 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 lucky. Damn it. And it's a Probe, too, so they're going to know everything in our hand. It's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. God, if they'd have missed there, this, like, game would have, like, ended on the spot. So would love to draw like exactly Lightning Bolt or Fork Bolt here, so we can kill this through the Flusterstorm. True-Name's not bad. Lead on Ponder, so I can pay for Flusterstorm on this. Wasteland, Probe, Misty. I don't think I want any of these cards. I guess the lands are kind of appealing, but like... Do I want to draw this Misty? And I guess I flip the Delver to the Probe next turn? Yeah, I guess that's fine. And we like have our own fish and our True-Name to deal with their fish. They chose to shuffle last turn. They chose not to shuffle. Okay, so they know what's coming off the top of their deck. Okay, take 3 here. We can play this Liliana and like shrink this, which will be nice. That's annoying. You think I'm just doing that? And I guess it's the Pyroblast that's like not killing my True-Name now, which is nice. Let me get a Trop here, so that way we can gain some life. It's really unfortunate for us. I think we're just passing now. Yeah, I can't. I don't have enough mana to play that. Peace, Ed. Thanks for hanging out. So they don't have the Flusterstorm anymore, which is good for us, I guess. It means our removal's more alive. They're going to need to play a big fish this turn, so we need to draw a... What's it called? We need to draw a removal spell for this, and then our True-Name checks their fish. I think I'd rather gain life here. Like, paying 2 life and then playing fish on this board doesn't seem particularly profitable. So we don't know any of the cards in their hand at this point. That's pretty good. Our Delvers really don't care about Pyromancer, I guess. And they're empty-handed. Okay, so let's eat my Delver. We're going to go to 8 here. Another Probe. Alright, well, I think we're going to lead on Probe for mana here. Or Probe paying mana. Yeah, I think I'm just supposed to hang tight here. I don't think I want to do this because paying life takes a turn off my clock. So that doesn't sound particularly appealing. And if we can, like, take this Delver off the table, this Insectile Aberration, we'll be in a pretty reasonable spot. If they attack with everything next turn, we'll bounce with the Gurmag and trade Deathrite for Pyromancer. Yeah, just attacking there makes sense. I feel like you're supposed to do that pre-combat. It could give you information about how you want to attack. Because, like, if they hit, like, a Lightning Bolt here, they just should, like, bolt my Delver Secrets, or my Deathrite Shaman and then attack us. Chose not to shuffle. Yeah, pretty dead. What's going on, Zach? Actually, huh. Yeah, you probably want. Actually, let's pay off of this one. This one. I'm gonna pay off of that one. Definitely want to pay mana, not life. Another Shaman. Yeah, pretty dead. One card short. I think I like how we boarded. Maybe the Dazes are better on the play. Buy that for $1. It's the first match in this league, right? Yeah. I think this hand's fine. Let's go dupe into Volk, look for a land. I'm supposed to get C, actually. Yeah, I'm going to get C. Because if we want to cantrip again next turn... I don't want any of those. They're not lands and they're not threats, so those are what we're looking for at this point. Alright, they probed me, so that means I get to auto pass. I don't have to bluff force. Alright, now we're going to lead on probe. I don't know if they've got a Daze we need to play around. They have a force. God, force is so annoying. It's a good draw. Alright, we're going to brainstorm here to start. If we're really lucky, they'll force this. Because they know we don't... They think we don't have another land. God, that's pretty good. Huh. God, how do we feel about just wastelanding them here? That's probably a little bit too aggressive, right? The line is probably Forked Bolt, boop boop. Get forced, and then next turn we can bolt this. Peace, Cletus. I think I want both these wastelands. I think those are going to be valuable later. You think we should waste them here? And the problem is, like, this is going to deal a ton of damage to us. Like, we know they have another land in their hand. I guess that's fair. Miss one time? Never a miss. Alright, and see now... They have 2 blue cards for their forces. Is the problem? Yeah, they just give like double force on top of their deck. We're supposed to probe for mana here. I mean, like, I didn't want 2 true names, so, like, we're drawing one of these regardless, basically. Oh, they can Flusterstorm, I think, too. Huh. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna pass and upkeep this Lightning Bolt. Alright, so now we can brainstorm into a Daze. God, I drew a Wasteland. Fuck me. Alright, well, I mean... They might force this. Okay, they're not. They have Force, Ponder, Bolt, Dismember. That's a pretty good draw. Land, please. Those are great cards, though. Absolute Flips, thanks for the legacy content. Now go buy some real Brainstorm art. So all of my cards are given to me by MTGO Traders, one of my sponsors. So like I don't actually have control over which ones that we're using. Force Pitching Ponder. All right, let's see if they drew another blue card. If they hit a land here, we're going to be in trouble too. Is it another blue card? Yep. Alright, well, let's play this. This way if they draw a land to dismember us. Oh, they have Bolt, so if they draw a red source, we're just dead. Alright, well now it's a race against time. I guess they could have another counterspell here. What a weird game. These Delvermeres are so strange. Alright, fourth time's the charm. Kill me. Okay, what's the quickest way to kill them? Quickest way to kill them. So if I play Delver, I hit them for 3, 4, 5, and then... Am I supposed to play True-Name or am I supposed to play Delver here? I don't actually know which is quicker. Depends on like what we draw, right? Using the True-Name is a little bit more mana efficient. Do I have creatures in the bin? I don't. There's only one creature in the graveyards. Why should we? How? Like, we can't get out of range of lightning bolts. I feel like we're just supposed to kill them. I guess I can Delver plus gain life this turn. No, there's only one creature in here. I agree that we should gain life if we had 2 creatures. Maybe I'm just gaining life anyways, in case we bin another one. I don't know. They're just going to draw Volcanic Island and kill us, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I should probably just have just attacked with these. Yeah, there's one Delver here. Yeah, I'm just gonna drain them. We have plenty of lands in the bin. Flip to Daze. Wasteland. Nope. Alright, so we gotta fade one more draw here. Attack with these. Yeah, and then drain. Yep. Alright. This is it. One last shot. The chance to roll. This is it. This is it. Oh, they're dead. Unless they auto-pass and they're playing it during the GG's. What a game. Alright. Oh, you know, lucky. Oh, Delvermeres. Oh, Delvermeres. Oh, Delvermeres. Do. What a game. We know they have the bolt in their hand. Alright, 2-1. I need to check a set of diapers here really quick, and then I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I appreciate it. I played another match or 2 with the Delver deck for sure. BRB. Alright, diapers was a false alarm. This is the reason you always play Get Shot. This deck's so good. 5-1 on the day. It's good. Build those fun bucks back up here. 21 chests, 300 tickets. Anyone needs Magic Online tickets, hit me up. Got tickets to sell. If we hit too many, I'll unload them to MTGO traders.
Those chests feed my children, Aaron. Come on now. One treasure chest is $2.5. That's like, you know, that's like almost a meal for a person, and you're actually, you know, cooking your own food. Man with responsibilities. Would love to play first. Hand's great. I think I'm going to lead on Sea Delver. Is that with the Wasteland, so we still have a Volk for the Pyromancer? I think like the blue-green deck. Just check Goldfish, Philly. I think it's usually between like 100 and 200 bucks, depending on the deck for the competitive ones. Yeah, I mean, no, a Deathrite Shaman is like the glue that holds this monster together, right? Like, if we didn't get to play 4 Birds of Paradise that, like, also happened to kill our opponent, we'd, like, never be able to cast our spells. Delver, go, watch them kill us. My body is ready to die. Alright, Delver. God, we're so bad at flipping this card today. It's kind of unreal. I'm just gonna go Volk Pyromancer, I think. It's so awkward getting the habit of not auto-passing with this deck. Probably getting Fatal Pushed. Cycle Barrenmore. That's probably awful for us. On the list of things that are bad for us, that's probably towards the top of Cycle Land. This Wasteland stock just went up, though. Probably an Abrupt Decay in my future. If we get to, like, make some tokens with this, we're going to feel pretty good about our spot. UTD Zach is Zach Elsick, Noah. That's good for us. Alright, so they're doing something really fair then. Come on. God bless America. Alright, well let's ponder, I guess. That's decent. I think I'm gonna go Brainstorm, Delver, Probe for the token, offer the trade of the Pyromancer for the Teague, and then play the Delver and then flip them to Brainstorms next turn, just try and run them out of the game here. We'll Wasteland them this turn. This also informs me on, like, my entire decision-making process here and what we want to do. A Johnny Vengeant and a bunch of lands. Okay. The Ajani Vengeant you can't cast because you have a Godok Teague in play. I should have offered this trade before I did this here. Maybe that Wasteland's a little bit too aggressive. Send me a deck list, Klutz. I'm gonna, like, flip my Delvers next turn, cast this Ponder, cast this Gurmag Angler, like, run my opponent out of the game. If they drop Punishing Fire, we could be in trouble. God, they actually drew fire, didn't they? Loam, sure. Deal. It's gonna be way too slow. Ponder first? Feel like I want to ponder first. This fetch line lets us take just a single card out this ponder. Oh! Oh, is the Daze good against the deck with the 4-mana spell in it? I feel like it might be. And then we'll leave ourselves the option to keep that. Oh. I guess if I want to play the fish, I can't keep the, I can't keep that on top, can I? Alright, yeah. Let's just play the fish. I kind of wanted to leave myself the option to have the true name, but playing the fish here is more important, I think. Big fishing, spin the cheese, we're going big fishing up in NYC. We dredged the loam. Okay. What's the line here, opponent? Dead? Okay, maybe they just didn't have any draws and they want to show us 3 more cards out of their deck. Alright, so Cabal Therapy seems a little narrow here. I think Lightning Bolt's probably a little bit narrow. Grudge seems fine. Fire Covenant seems fine. Dismember and True-Name seem fine. Trim 1 bolt. Maybe the Liliana the Last Hope is okay as like a value engine. I kind of want to like minimize. Diabolic Edict seems fine. I kind of want to like minimize the impact of a Chalice of the Void on 1. Maybe if I'm trimming. Do I want Surgicals? I guess that's fair. Is that better than Bolt? I don't want to trim that many probes. This seems okay. Yeah, let's do it. Actually know what we're doing here. I just, like, want spells I can cast while they have a Chalice of the Void on 1, and, like, Fire Covenant's, like, a fine removal spell. I think that's okay. I guess maybe that's worse than a Bolt. That's fair. They're not always going to have a Chalice. I gotta buy that for $1. Waiting for my opponent to finish figuring out how they're boarding. Seems actually pretty good, right? Like it's got Ancient Grudge and Kolaghan's command. I guess it's a little weak to Wasteland, right? But a lot of our hands are weak to Wasteland. It's good against Chalice, and it's decent against Mox Diamond, so I think I'm going to keep this. There's also, like, hands sometimes you could, like, Wasteland the Loam deck out of the game. Opponent Mulligan, I'm going to keep this, I think. We want to hit, like, a cantrip. We got a lot of good draws. We're looking for, like, a cantrip or just, like, more lands, but I think either of those things are going to end up being fine for us. Opponent Scryed top. By you go. I'm going to Wasteland them on 1 here. Sometimes you just, like, Wasteland them. Yeah, 10 out of 10 Wastelanding them here. They didn't do anything on 1. Their deck usually doesn't do anything till it has like 2 mana out, so let's just like keep them from doing that. Ghost Quarter is effectively a Wasteland against us, so we're just going to waste them off of that as well. And at some point, we will play a 1-mana Gurmag Angler and then hopefully kill them with it. Are we having fun yet, opponent? I wonder if my opponent is having fun. Hey, did we get him to miss yet? Rats. Klutz! Klutz, quick! Come quick! There's a Cabal pit, Klutz! They're just gonna Chalice of Void shirt. That's not a loam. I wonder if Klutz felt himself being summoned because there's a Cabal pit in play now. Welcome to Legacy. Please enjoy your stay. If they don't have a loam, we're in an okay spot. We do need to draw a land here, though, to cast this Ancient Grudge. There's a world where this hand probably wasn't a keep. I'm probably just conceding to a loam here, honestly. Fetch land. Alright. You want this? Alright. Fetch land. Okay, that's castable at least. What am I ditching here? I think it's just a bolt. That's actually a good draw. I think I'm just gonna bin the Delver at this point, or the True-Name. It's kind of close, actually. I think it's the probably the Delver. If they hit a loam, we'll pack it in, but until they find a loam, we're gonna be fine. Maybe. Sure. Maybe another Mox Diamond. You want this? Ding, ding, ding. Alright, I think we're just passing here, right? I could just play the fish. I kinda don't mind that. I guess if I play the fish, I can't flash back the Grudge. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass here and see what they do. Dude. It's okay. Huh. I think I'm just supposed to let this happen. I think I'm just getting Trop here so I can Grudge both these Chalices. So that way if I draw a cantrip, we can cast it. Because, like, our best line to win this game, I feel like, is Grudge one, Grudge the other, and then, like, draw a cantrip, then cantrip into black mana and cast Gurmag Angler. God, it feels good to be a gangster. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Alright, so... I'm gonna put back Volk and Edict, I think. Cast this big ol' fish man here. See? How much better is this card than Tombstalker? Let's real talk here, ladies and gentlemen. between the lifestyles of the rich and the famous. Next turn, we play True-Name Nemesis. It's like, the world is our oyster. Swords to Plowshares. Am I fighting over this? I feel like I'm fighting over this. Who would force this plow? Raise your hand. I feel like we have to just kill them before they hit a loam, right? I feel like it's force pitch Daze and then like play this True-Name next turn. Yeah, I'm gonna force pitch Daze and play the True-Name next turn. The classic Swords to Plowshares Chalice on one deck. I'd just like to point that out for a second. Do I play around Toxic Deluge? I feel like I'm supposed to pass because they could have Toxic Deluge. Sure. Remember that card we shuffled away? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Alright, can no longer Toxic Deluge me. Go. This deck's great! Have I mentioned how good Grixis Delver is? Anyone? Have you heard of the gospel of the goodwill of the Grixis Delver deck? The best deck in the greatest format Magic has to offer. Chapter 2, don't be unlucky. Would have been better as Go for the Throat. Would you like to enlighten me? Maybe one day Jeff will play good decks, right? Exactly. We're 2-0 in this league, and we 4-1 the league before this. 4-color Leovold. This is the deck that beat us in the other league. Tough matchup. I also punted one of the games, but it's definitely a tough matchup regardless. Yeah, it seems pretty good. Go, turn... Actually, there's a land on top of our deck I might not punt on one. I chose to go first, right? Yeah. Always top when you're shuffling anyways. Might as well. Ponder looking for a land. Any order shuffle. Any order shuffle. Alright, that'll do, Pig. And cast Young Pyromancer. We're gonna play Hex after we're done playing Legacy today. 10 out of 10, gonna be playing Hex every day this week. Gotta find constructed decks I like in Hex. Yeah, I guess I'll play Drop here. This Wasteland might not be that good. What you working with? Okay, so they are in fact this deck. Kinda wish I was drawing a Daze. Baleful Strixus next turn. Guess I could force the Baleful Strix. It seems really aggressive. They have Leovold in their hand too. God, that's good for us. They're playing around Daze. No, the 4-color Leovold deck plays basic Island Medi. Or just like mono greed powered machines. If they fetch a non-basic here, I might force a removal spell. It's like force pitch Delver, and then next turn I can brainstorm into some answers and wasteland them. Yeah, more standard brews than Hex for sure. I've got, do I have it queued up? We're gonna play some, I really like the Primordial Sabertooth or whatever it's called, so we're gonna play a little bit with this after this league is done. The 4-color Leovold decks seem like they're good against the Delver decks at the sake of giving up being worse than almost every other matchup. That's actually pretty unfortunate. So I'm gonna go Wasteland, put Delver on, or put Brainstorm on top. Wasteland, Brainstorm on top of my deck. Play this Brainstorm, or play this Wasteland. Play this Delver. We'll force whatever they play next turn, and then we can Cabal Therapy whatever's remaining, hopefully. That Brainstorm's gonna draw us into a black source. So if they play Leovold, we'll force that. If they play Baleful Strix, we'll force that. They have a bunch of bombs in their hand, but we're just like hoping to kill them before those become relevant. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and force this, pitching this extra Delver that we have here. If they have like Spell Pierce or something, like that'll be annoying, but not the end of the world. We'll flip this Delver to a Brainstorm. They could have Fatal Push here. Cast this, looking for a black source. They're auto-passing, which is good for us. We did not find a black source, but we found a lightning bolt. It's pretty good. So I'll put these back. I'll wasteland you. And sand a main deck Toxic Deluge. This game should be over. Just like missing black mana this whole time, doesn't matter. So one-time dealer, no Deluge. No Deluge, no Deluge. Big bucks, no Deluge. Oh, you need me to wipe your hand? I need to get a wet wipe and help Declan here really quick. I'll be right back. Think about how we should sideboard, chat. Alright, so I'm boarded in all of these. I'm gonna, Edict's so medium in this matchup. I also want to cut, I think Cabal Therapy is worth keeping. They like tend to have, maybe Fork Bolt's not worth it, because it doesn't kill Leovold. It cleans up their Baleful Strixes nicely, though. Which is definitely a plus. You think so? You think it's a tropical out matchup? It's fair, I guess. The old 13 land greed machine. I guess we've got 12 cantrips. I cut the Dazes, right? Yeah, I cut the Dazes and the Forces. So yeah, like someone asked earlier, it's like, is this my list? And like, Grixis Delver is a stock, one of the best decks in Legacy. Like, no one really owns the archetype. There's a small selection of flex slots that everyone changes in each list, and you like kind of change some cards in your sideboard depending on what you feel like losing to and what you feel like beating. Another Delver, sure. It's gonna be a little annoying when they play Strix on 2 and we can't Pyroblast it, but I think that's fine. Bolt this. Pyroblast that, sure. No Strix, deal. I might just go Delver, hold Pyroblast next turn. Unless they miss a land drop, and then we're going to cast Brainstorm and look for a Wasteland to bury them. Rats. The old Verdant Catacombs Volcanic Island deck. That's pretty good. Alright, now let's probe them and get a feel for what's going on over here. This card's so dumb. Double Leovold. Well, my kingdom for a Cabal Therapy. Another Delver. Alright, well, we're going to play this. We're going to play this Delver and just pass the turn here. I think I want to just Pyroblast whatever he does, because like he's 10 out of 10 playing something next turn, and then next turn we can Brainstorm digging for a Cabal Therapy to hopefully put them in the ground. Would love if they let on Strix here. Probably casting Leovold though. Yep, that's a green mana. So their hand is Leovold, Strix, one card we don't know. Morning, Eco. Alright, Deathrite, sure. Cabal Therapy? Wasteland, nope. We'll lead on Brainstorm here off of this land in case we get Cabal Therapy. Like so. Man, if we'd have been greedy, we could have possibly hit this Therapy last turn too. So I'm going to put back Delver, Probe, play this, cast Therapy, take away Leovold. Huh, am I supposed to sack this and take their other one away? I think I am, actually. I think I'm just supposed to take their Baleful Strix here, because, like, this way I'm trading 1-for-1 with the Strix, and it's not costing me a... And I stacked the top of my deck wrong now. Baleful Strix. Yeah, I put Probe on top of my deck, and I should have put Delver Probe instead of Probe Delver, because, like, then I could go Delver Delver and, like, flip them next turn. Yep, sure. I think I'm going to do this and just bolt this. Think so? No, I think that's fine. And I'm drawing a card with the Probe there, even though I know it's a Delver, because I want to give this a chance to flip next turn. Hey, buddy. Do you want a snack? Chose to shuffle. That's good for us. Did not find what they were looking for. Effectively does the same thing. I guess that's kind of an interesting point. Well, once we see they have the Delta, we want to bolt, right? It's funny how when one kid has a toy, they all need to have the toy. I would love to reveal this card. Thank you. Am I just supposed to kill this and make them discard the last card in their hand? Just like 10 out of 10, right? Well, even getting a land out of their hand is valuable here because of Brainstorm being a draw, so. Strix. Yep, that's pretty good. Well, they're taking a random. That's good for us. We can waste them off a color now, too. Probably off. No, we can't waste them off a color because they're smart. Lead on. Yeah, I'm just going to play the... Let's try and get this in underneath Pyroblast and Forces and stuff. This has them dead in a few turns. Not offering this trade here. 10 out of 10 could draw like Forked Bolt or something to kill this and then push through. Probably ponder off the C next turn. Well, now we're going to ponder off the Bulk. Huh. I mean, these cards are great, right? Start by attacking with this. This puts them to 10, and then Fish kills them next turn, right? So I should just... I should have done this during my other turns, during one of my other phases if I was going to do this now. It's a little sloppy sequencing on my part. And they're dead to the Bolt that's on top of our deck then. I'll bolt their blocker and then attack them for 11. They could have a Jace here and unsummon our thing. Any removal spell you're thinking about casting? You should probably cast it now. Shoot that one. And just dead. Sweet. And that matchup's supposed to be hard for us. This is the deck that beat us earlier. We definitely punted the first game in that set. Grixis Delver's a hell of a drug. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the Legacy session there for the day. We've been going for about 3 hours with the Grixis deck.